the club and he think I'm a bum. So I go to my heavy Chevy and pop the trunk. I told him, I ain't never scared. 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 I ain't never scared.
You're like in this box. In order to be in that box, you have to be strong, you have to be tough, you have to have a lot of girls, you gotta have money, you gotta be a player or a pimp, you know, you gotta be in control, you have to dominate other men, other people. You know, if you're not any of those things, then, you know, people call you soft or weak or a pussy or a chump or a faggot, and nobody wants to be any of those things. So everybody stays inside the box.
Yeah, on the real, hypermasculinity is, it's kind of what we have to make up for the fact that we don't hunt our own food, for the fact that we don't kill our own animals, that we're not doing like, you know, really classically manly shit all the time. We're just sitting in an office, like Instagram, you know, like.
My name is Chanel Bosiba, for those of you who don't know. My project is focused on hypermasculinity and homophobia in hip-hop, which I feel like they both correlate in one way or another, because hypermasculinity leads to homophobia in hip-hop. That's why I chose to just combine the two topics into one. Hypermasculinity to me is when men try to portray an alpha male persona to the world. They don't show any emotion in fear that might be considered a feminine characteristic. They objectify women because that's what a strong man do. A strong man is capable of getting any type of woman or whatnot. And a hypermasculine man likes to show off his I guess you can say strength.
For like male rappers as like a blanket of security, like in reference to like their sales and stuff like that, because while females have like, they can over exaggerate their hair and their clothes, men have less to work with. So I feel like they have, all they can do to set this, I guess, like standard for what a man is over accentuate how manly they are. And then with homophobia, they over accentuate how manly they are in order to never have to be associated with being homosexual or anything of that caliber. And so in essence, it's kind of closing out the whole homosexual idea to him.
Question, because it's not really portrayed in hip-hop at all. It's something that people, or at least the hip-hop community, try to, you know, stay astray from. They don't really try to go into any type of commotion about it, because it's like, besides, of course, it's with the hypermasculinity and like the predominant black community and the American society as a whole, we are homophobic. So it kind of just bleeds into our music, and it's not something that a lot of people like to, you know, go into. And I'm pretty sure there's so many like rappers who are gay and just not coming out, or there has to be gay rappers, because it's just something that is of pop culture, but it's just really just not shown at all, because it's something we just don't want to get into. I don't think we're ready for that, to get into that. So it's just not really shown.
For the time that we're in today, I don't really think that that homosexuals will really be accepted into the genre of hip hop or rap, just because of how things are going right now. This is not happening.
The reason why braggadocio and boast is so central to the history of hip-hop is because you're dealing with the history of black men in America. And there's a whole lineage of black men wanting to deny their own frailty. And so in some ways you have to do that, you know, like a psychic armor in order to walk out into the world every day. But the other side of it is like, it's kind of a running inside joke that everyone knows, you know, that it's not the case.
I do not believe that homosexuality will be accepted into the into the hip hop community anytime soon. Because, for example, white rappers have been out for a good number of years, and yes, Eminem and Macklemore are very well accepted, but still there are so many white rappers that are not even considered, let alone male white rappers. We're not even talking about female white rappers. There are none in the U.S. So for homosexuality to in some way become acceptable or have some type of mutual relationship with hip-hop, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's something to look forward to. I feel that it's a very sad thing that it cannot happen because homosexuals are a very large majority of our community, and there are a very large majority of hip-hop listeners. What you can look forward to is a gay male rapper rapping about the same exact things that current male rappers rap about, except instead of women, he's rapping about men.
About to make them dance now. Yeah.
Throw that boy pussy, roll 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 that boy pussy,
Roll that boy pussy. Roll that. Yeah, you got me looking. Yeah. Thinking about fucking. Yeah. Let me get a rubber. Beat it from the bag. Round of applause. Make that ass clap, clap, clap.
throw that ass in a circle, round and round like a merry-go. Throw it back, I might hurt ya. Hold it up, girl, there you go. Way she shaking that ass.
Start.
Her name is Chanello. I came up, then I said hello. Chillin' with my bros. And you know we're getting all the hoes. They're coming through like coins in the couch. Everything that we doing is about circles. And I'm about to tell Urkel to get a bando, because we're trapped out the bando.
So hip hop to me is just purely great and beautiful expression through poems, and it's just art.